Hey everyone, you are watching Jett Plays. I'm Jett from inthirdperson.com and splitkick.com, and today it's Marvel, baby! We are playing one of my favorites, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I am on the right playing as Wolverine, Storm, and Sentinel, and my opponent right now is on the left. He is Ghost Rider, Strider, and Virgil. So, to give you guys a little bit of context on this game, I feel like outside of the fighting game community, the FGC, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 pretty much died before it even came out. I think people were excited about Marvel vs. Capcom 3 when that had just come out, and then a couple of months later, Capcom announced a sequel to it, which wasn't really a full-blown sequel. It was an update with some new balance changes and 12 new characters that was going to come out less than a year after the original. So that rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and the sales numbers for this game really show that. I think the last numbers I saw showed that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 only sold about a quarter as many copies as the original. But, I mean, within the FGC, this game is still huge. It's easily the second biggest game on the scene, second only to Street Fighter, and in a lot of tournaments in North America, this is actually the #1 game. And I mean, a couple of things that people really like about this game: it's really fast-paced, it is really fun to play for people who can, I think, grasp some of the crazier concepts of how this game works and how to play it, and it's also a Stream Monster favorite, so it is really fun and exciting to watch all these different characters jump on the screen and do their super crazy combos. And, I mean, a lot of fighting game streams out there, this is the most watched game. It kind of grinded my gears a little bit during EVO this year, where reporters were very quick to say that Smash Brothers was the most viewed fighting game of all time, and at that point it was, but then 2 hours later, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 surpassed it, yet no one went and changed their stories to say, well, we have a new champion now. And, I mean, Nintendo and Smash Brothers has a lot more mainstream appeal, and that matters to more of that audience, but, I mean, it just goes to show, like, if Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was able to surpass that this is a game people really like to watch. So, on to the match itself. I play a very unusual team for Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I mean, I started playing this team in vanilla when Wolverine was considered the best character in the game, and Storm and Sentinel were very effective for using the DHC glitch. So, for those who don't know, that particular glitch allowed you to reset the damage scaling at a certain point in the combo when you did a DHC combo, a delayed hyper combo, which ultimately meant combos that would do way more damage than they should. So, I mean, I was one-hit killing people with Wolverine level 1 X Factor and then DHC glitch later on and just decimate teams. In Ultimate, they took that glitch out and they nerfed Wolverine. Storm, they nerfed a little bit, and Sentinel, I think in the grand scheme of things, was never that good. But I stuck with that team because I really like the synergy between it. I just haven't been able to find anything better. I'm messing around with Magneto Dormammu Doom, which is Team Filipino Champ, but I mean, this just works for me. So let's talk about this next match, which is coming up. I think I've won the first 2 at this point. His team is kind of a weird combination. Strider and Virgil I've seen quite a bit because they're popular characters, but Ghost Rider is not popular at all. So on to the match itself. He's Ghost Rider. He's trying to keep me at close to full screen, but not quite full screen. And if I get inside, bad things are going to happen. Like right now, he couldn't stop that. So pop. And the moment I knock someone down, I'm trying to set them up for a mix-up. So right here, I'm going to set him up for something. Oh. So yeah, I went straight in with the Drill Claw, and THC'd into... That was a bit overkill, admittedly. I did not need to burn 3 meters. And then here comes this Virgil. He couldn't stop that incoming mix-up. And yep, he missed that mix-up too. And now he's dead. So I mean, his goal for trying to stop me is using Ghost Rider to keep me out. he doesn't want me at full screen, but he wants to keep me close to full screen, trying to run in and just run into the whip over and over again, which so far he's been unsuccessful in doing. And for me, I'm trying to play as Wolverine. I'm just trying to get all in your face and fight you with non-stop pressure. So the combos that are as long as I can do, and then the moment you get up, I want to put you in a tricky mix-up situation, which is really hard to block. So right now, he messed up there. He whiffed, attacking the wrong side. I'm going to take him up, down, do the combo, and I think I go for Berserker Slash, boom. So before he's even had a chance to land, I've already mixed him up again, though I dropped the combo that time. That's okay, the drones are there to clean up the mess. And so now his Strider's going in. Not sure why he called the... I think it's a Puma or a Tiger? It was a Robot Tiger, let's call it that. So I dropped the combo there, and at this point I'm just trying to keep away space. Sentinel in this game, not very good, but that drone's assist is just so amazing. I love that it's 3 hits, but it doesn't always combo if the first one connects. It depends on the character, it depends on the spacing. They travel across the screen very slowly, which gives people who use that assist a lot of time to create a lot of crazy mix-up situations. And so, alright, we've got Virgil on the screen. Virgil is really dangerous in this game. He's got so many weapons, he does a ton of damage, the range on his normals is insane. I mean, even bad Virgils are something you have to be mindful of. I think this Virgil is dead this time. Yeah. But he is a problem, to say the least, and a character that I come up against a lot. Very tricky, he's got all sorts of weapons to deal with virtually any situation, and the best way to deal with Virgil is either to, well, I always find to take him out early. In this particular set, I haven't done that because he hasn't shown that his Virgil can do any damage, or at least do enough to take out my team. So right now, boom, I do the Berserker Slash with the drones so that I hit behind him, and then the drones hit in front, and then I can finish with a full combo. That time, got him in another mix-up where after the slide, he pops up in the air, and then I tried to throw him. He attacked the throw, but he did not stop the dive kick, which happened after. So, I mean, mix-ups in this game, one of the things I love about Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is just the amount of tricky situations you can put someone in with the right combination of a point character and assists. And so that's one thing I love about the Wolverine Sentinel synergy, is that once the drones are out, I can do all sorts of crazy stuff. Because the drones are on the screen, you have to respect where they are. I can hit you from the front, back, go low, throw you. Pretty much, I mean, I feel like the world is my oyster when the drones are on the screen. So even stuff like that Berserker Slash there, if he had blocked that, the drones would have made that safe. So I gotta pull. Uh-oh, this is bad news. He had 2 of my characters. In FGC terms, that's often referred to as a happy birthday, but I saw that he was going to try and kill my Sentinel right there, so I quickly did my super to get out of that situation. But yeah, this is where Virgil gets dangerous. When he's level 3, he's got an X Factor on deck. Oh, he missed the scoop. And I really should finish him right here, and I dropped the combo. And that could be very bad news. Oh, Rapid Slash. So this is bad news. Bad news bears for me right here. Boom, now my Wolverine's dead. This is a bad matchup for Sentinel. I love Sentinel to death, but I love him as an assist. As a character on screen, he is such a liability because he has such a huge hitbox and not very good. I mean, I can do some decent damage if I land a hit, but if you know how to fight a Sentinel, then I'm pretty much screwed. So I can't remember how many more matches I did after this, so we'll just let it roll. By the way, if you haven't noticed already, I'm doing this a little differently. The first few videos I recorded my audio live, and it was a little bit of a challenge trying to play and narrate at the same time, but I tried a few starts on this one, and it was just too much. This game requires a lot of concentration on my part, so I am recording the narration after the fact. So back to the match a little bit. I now respect his Virgil because he he killed my entire team. So what did I do? I snapped him in right away, even burned my X Factor just to show that I want that Virgil dead. Most people save their X Factor for level 3. I think that saving or burning your X Factor early can be a viable strategy if it's an opportunity to kill 2 characters at the same time or to kill one very important character. So I feel like at this point his team would be much weaker if it is just Strider and oh no. Okay, so I almost had a happy birthday there too, but he dropped out. Yeah, so, I mean, X Factor in very specific situations. Oh no, this is a game changer right here. He called his assist. I'm burning all 3 of my supers, and I just wiped out the rest of his team. So that's another thing with assist calling in general. You have to be very careful of when you call them, because if your opponent is paying attention, he can punish those really badly, like I did right there. So he probably wasn't thinking too much of it, and I burned all 3 of my super bars to kill his entire team. So that is it for today on Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I will definitely come back to this at some point because I love this game a lot, and it is currently my main fighting game at the moment. So if you want to look for more videos that I've done or check out some writing that I've done, you can check me out at inthirdperson.com. I also do a bunch of stuff for splitkick.com, so reviews and just opinion pieces and all of that type of stuff. At some point, I want to do some video stuff for them, but as you can tell, my setup is pretty low fidelity, and they have standards, which I totally respect, and that's fair. I still want to do some videos in the meantime with what I've got, but I totally understand that these are not that great at the moment. But hopefully, when the PlayStation 4 comes out and there's some games that I can play for that, and hopefully its in-system tools for streaming or recording are a lot better. And if they're not, maybe I'll just bite the bullet and pick up a game capture device like the Roxio one or the Avermedia one that's been advertised a lot in FGC streams of late. So that's it. I'm going to wrap it up. Till next time, I'm Jett from inthirdperson.com and splitkick.com. See you later.